glued together. And then you turn it into a little book, and then you can decorate it, play with it. This is my sticky back canvas tape, which is floating it right there. This can be painted, stenciled, stamped. So if we cut a little piece off, what I like to do, this is like
a pretty, when you scribble sticks,
press hard. Press really hard on them, because you want to lay, there you go, you want to lay down a lot of pigment. Lots of pigment. So I'm going to go ahead and paint the sticky back.
I love watching your lives.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're used to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Used to my hot mess life. So paint your sticky back canvas. Okay, there we are. We'll use that in a second. And then let's glue all of our wrong sides together. You're welcome to move this, Lou. And the great thing about gluing wrong sides together is that you can make it as big or as small as you want it to be. At home, I'll use a dry adhesive for this, not a wet adhesive.
I know. You like the warm heart.
Because I want instant gratification and I don't want to wait for a glue to dry. And I'm like, I don't want to wait for that. And here in Louisiana, we are noticing an extended dry time.
Oh yes.
Well, and I live in Arizona, so
Yes, it is
it's a dry heat.
Yes. We've got the humidity.
But I like when you get your scissors full of paint.
Oh, there they are.
You
The
need
infamous
those?
scissors.
Would you like to touch them?
Look at this. The infamous scissors.
And there's one of my staplers.
there's
That
a
one's not too messy.
Do you see this? You gotta love it.
Do you do that?
No. I'm not as brave.
All right. So once you get, we'll do this on the cover. I was so tired last night. I came home and fell into bed and didn't plug my watch in.
Oh.
Which, you know, we're so attached to our electronics.
Yes.
Like I keep going. It's on the charger under the desk. But
It's 10:30.
grab my phone and look at it, I guess.
Hey. How was the flight?
How was your flight? Ask her. How was your flight? Or did you drive?
I flew. I made it. Yeah. I would say it was a good flight. I fly so much that I figure if I make it, that all right. So once you get all of your pieces stuck, wrong side together, put your sticky back up, center it, stick it on, and it will still go crooked no matter how hard you try. Because I did tags.
Finish.
Because I did tags, I'm going to go ahead and trim the corners so they're all the same. I love rounding the corners with my corner rounder if I'm not using tags. There you go. Got a little book made with your excess tags.
Very cool. Great way to use tags, yes.
Yeah, you guys can keep this one.
Oh, thank you.
It's a little wet though, so just keep that in mind. You're gonna wanna, yeah, let it breathe for a bit before it, dries all the way.
Get a pen. Just have our autograph, please.
Why you want her to autograph it?
Because now we have something that we can display in the store.
Well, I mean, that's not that great to display, but then you put stamped images on it, and you stencil it, and you decorate it, and you've got cute little baby books.
Awesome.
This one I made with the Collage Sparks. Okay, so this is the binding that I taught in my class. It's a very easy binding.
How'd you make this one?
How to make that tag?
Yeah.
Oh, let me look at it. That one is a white paint resist. Okay, so you're going to take a stencil and a little bit of white or gesso. I tend to use, if I really want the resist or my layer to stand out well, I'll use white paint over gesso because white paint is more opaque. It has a better pigment in it than a gesso will. Gesso's just a primer, right? So, all right. So then my mini blending tool is dirty. Not going to be white.
It happens all the time.
I know, you know me, right? You know I have another mini blend or another phone, but where would it be? Who knows?
Sorry. Are you a master crafter?
When I'm working with you, I am.
Why?
Because she said to me, free.
So white paint
You did not just get. But you got your shirt.
every time. Oh no, not my shirt. I got it on my tag. Okay, white paint. Watery wash. Okay, so not a
Not
thick,
full strength.
Well done. No, no.
dirty paint water preferably.
Can I see this?
Yes.
It's wet though, right?
So that the watery paint will kind of come off the tone-on-tone stencil.
Oh, so you didn't wipe it or anything? You
Yeah, it acts as a resist.
Huh.
Yeah,
It's wet,
so
Mama.
it will. This paint was really, really watery, so.
So compare it to this one.
So this is a transparency. Okay, so transparencies,
You just told paint.
you can paint on transparencies.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. So what I did with that was that I did use full strength paint. Not a watery brush. If we do transparencies for the show, I think it'd be fun to.
Yeah, they told that last.
Yeah, and yeah. So I like to put some full strength paint in there. Go ahead and make marks in the paint. So you can see the marks coming through the other side. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Then what I do is I'm going to drop gloss into those marks. Now, in Arizona, this would dry really fast. Here, it's going to take a bit. But what's cool is the gloss color is going to get down into all the nooks and crannies of those marks, okay?
Oh yeah.
And you get like a cool see-through effect. So I'll show you a dry one.
Something to do with the acetate. See, that's something new. We have not done that.
You do that. You take the pictures and you
We do
dab
the
them.
acetate, but we do not.
Will you just find a place for that to live for me? All right, and the journal that I'm looking for is, see it out, which means I gotta, push it over right on top of you. That'd be awesome. Not. I really hope it didn't get stolen.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Okay, that's awesome.
So, that makes sense?
Make total sense.
Yeah. So there's going to be a dry time there involved in it, but it's worth it. So when I teach a class, we do this at the very beginning, 3-hour class, very beginning of the class. By the end, it's
Set it
dry,
aside, right?
and then they can put it in a journal on a page. And then the other thing that I just love and that people don't realize is those clear transparencies. You can paint on it. The paint will dry just fine, and especially stenciling on them. It is. Hey, look what I found! Woo-hoo!
Oh yay! I kind of want it.
And obviously that is not mine.
It is now.
All right, let's use the new mustard color, which I love so much. It does look like baby poop, but I love it. All right. Key to stenciling on a transparency is not pushing the paint under the stencil, because then you get smudgy, right?
Right.
So when I stencil on paper, I do what I call swirly swirly gumdrops, which means I put a little paint and then I just swirl it.
Okay.
Right? You can't swirl on a transparency because you'll push all the paint right underneath. So on a transparency, I channel 1984 when we're all putting ivy around our kitchens with stencils. Did they do that in the UK?
They did. They was terrible. Yeah. Awful.
I know. I remember being a kid in the 80s thinking, oh, when I get my own kitchen, I'm totally gonna do that.
Spending all your time masking your walls.
Oh
and
my
to-
gosh.
It looked like a mock day though.
And ivy or grapes, like grape leaves.
Ivy was
Yes.
a big thing.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we shouldn't tell them about our bathroom. Huh?
Is it still stenciled?
So I decided that I was going to make this amazing.
Please answer the question first. It's not still.
It's not still there.
Okay.
So I decided I was going to do a stencil bathroom because I watch too much HGTV.
HGTV, yeah.
And oh my heavens, it was the ugliest thing ever.
Was it?
It was an eyesore. I did.
What was the design?
It was supposed to be like a blue and light blue, and then some highlights, and it just looked like an under ocean. What did it look like?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Looking like a man who knows where to create himself happy. So anyway, then these dry, and then I turn them into, and the paint dries just fine on the transparencies.
Okay, so pounds.
Yeah, like that's some plain transparency that's been stenciled. This is paper behind the transparency.
Beautiful.
But there's lots of ways to use them other than just cut it out,
Yes.
stick it on,
Right.
cut it out, stick it on, which is how I use it 90% of the time. There's no shame in that.
But there's more to do.
There's
Yes.
more, yeah. You can do so much more with it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
You
much.
are so welcome. Good to meet you.
Thank
guys
you.
in real life.
Yes, I know, right?